Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, October 31st, 2012. Happy Halloween. As you know, the markets have been shut down for a couple of days now due to the storm in the Northeast, a big hurricane. But the markets are reopening today, so let's get right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. What you're going to see here is that futures are trading higher by about $7.50. all the way up to $14.15 and a quarter. That's a decent rebound, considering they were trading around the 14.07 level in overnight trading, and you can see they're back up to around 14.14. When the futures are trading higher, that usually tells us one thing: the dollar is what? Trading lower. So let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index. You'll see that the dollar is falling a little bit today, trading down about 18 cents at the moment. When the dollar's down, the market's up, and that's all you need to really know. There is a lot of news and discussions going on in Europe, but again, the dollar is the culprit here. When the dollar moves lower, everything else inflates and trades higher, and that's what we are seeing this morning. So, again, the dollar has come off the lows a little bit, but it is still down about 18 cents, and that is good enough to give the market a 7-point bounce in the S&P futures, and that's what you have to watch for going forward. Right now, futures are holding steady, so we'll see how they trade out a little bit later today. But keep that dollar front and center. That is going to tell you everything you need to know. A couple of other things to go over real quickly. First and foremost, it looks like there is going to be a Greek budget today for 2013 announced. So we'll see if that does cause any kind of news. Other than that, I'm not going to make too much out of the European markets. I think they're really waiting to see how the U.S. markets do today. But for the most part, you do have Italy and Spain both trading higher. I believe Italy's up about 0.8%. Spain is up about 0.6%. And then you have the German DAX up about 0.6% as well. So the European markets are stable this morning, and we'll just see how it all plays out going forward. Let's take a look at oil and gold. This morning you do have gold futures up about $8 to $1,720 an ounce. That's a decent little move. Let's look at the GLD. You can see here the GLD closed on, I'm going to say Friday now, at 165.93. Today it's trading at 166.75. So there's a decent move up on the GLD and in spot gold. Also, light sweet crude today, that's what we use here, the oil that we use here in the United States. That this morning is trading higher by 72 cents to $86.40 a barrel. So it's a decent little pop there. Let's take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for trading light sweet crude. And that's trading around $31.84. That's up from $31.79. So a little uptick there. Nothing great, nothing that dramatic, but nonetheless, it is a little bit higher. Traders should watch gasoline today. Also watch a lot of the refinery stocks like Valero. That could be in play today. Tesoro, that's another one that could be in play as well. And you also want to watch PSX, which is Phillips 66. That's also moving up ahead of the opening bell. So all of these oil refineries that make gasoline, they could be in play today due to the New Jersey oil refinery shutdowns that you've had. The Northeast is still really trying to recover from that monster storm, and we'll just see how it all plays out. But we'll keep the oil refineries on watch today. They could be in play this morning. A couple of other things you want to look at in this market as far as earnings go. We do have some stocks out there in the news. We'll start off with General Motors. It looks like they reported earnings. The stock is trading up a little bit to around $24.40. Did close at $23.28. I'm not going to make too much out of this earnings news. Let's see how the stock opens up. I think if it does rally up, there's still a very, very good amount of resistance on the stock around $26. However, let me give you some more defined resistance levels since it is a strong gap up. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that 26 at the moment. It might even be 26.70, but I'm not even sure the stock's going to get there. So again, I don't want to make too much out of this. I would have felt better if the stock was moving up today from a lower pivot but it is not. It's actually catching a little bit of a bid. So I'm not even sure it gets up there. If it does, watch 26.67. I just don't even see it really getting up there, though. Let's take a look at UBS. This is the big brokerage firm. Again, UBS is trading up to $15 a share. That's a nice little move. There is a lot of resistance here for the stock. So right around 15, maybe it's 15 and a quarter. Just a ton of resistance. I would not be buying the stock up here. It's a fairly strong gap coming from a small choppy base, so you want to respect the stock a little bit, but anywhere from 15 and a quarter, there should be pretty good resistance. Next resistance after this would be $16.16. That could be a scalp pullback level, and then 17.53, but I'm not sure it's going to really get much past 15, but it is a fairly strong gap, so you want to respect that. Disney is having a nice little move today. Looks like the company I should bought Lucasfilms. They're the big Star Wars maker. Again, this is a strong gap up. Stock's trading around 52. I'm not sure how high this thing can go today, but 54 and a quarter, 54.50. That should be very, very good resistance should it get there. So keep that on the radar. Let's take a look at Baidu. Baidu's getting clipped today. Stock is trading down, closed at 113.84, trading around 107.31. This stock is really getting hammered. I know they reported earnings yesterday or the day before. Traders should watch for a pierce of the $100 level around 99.71. There will be some support there, but believe it or not, I like the level at 88.71. If it can get down there, make it. In fact, don't even make it 88.71. Make it 88.11. If it gets down to 88.11, I like a bounce there intraday. So keep those two levels on your radar. You may get a small short-term bounce on a pierce of $100, say 99.70 or so. And then I really like this 88.11 level. I think that's going to be a nice bounce area for Baidu if it should get down there. This is a strong gap coming from a weak base, a bullish base. So this thing can get down to that 88.11 level. So again, it's a very strong gap down. Let's take a look at Home Depot today, which is catching a pretty sizable bid. And this is all due to the storm. People are going to come in for buying stuff for repairing their homes and all the damage that they've occurred over the past couple of days. Again, Home Depot, nice little move today. Stock's trading at 62 and a quarter. It closed at $60 on Friday. I would not get in front of Home Depot today. I'm not sure how high they take it. I don't have any really great levels on Home Depot, but this can go higher. I would not get in front of it at all whatsoever. So leave it alone. Let it trade higher. Probably holds a bid pretty much throughout the session. All right, let's take a look at this OPNT. This stock is being bought out by Riverbed, so if you own it, congratulations. Don't do anything here. You can just trail your stop loss or take your profits and lock in your gains. There's not a lot you want to do with this one. I believe Riverbed is buying the stock out. Let's take a look at Westport. WPRT is the ticker. Stock is trading a little bit lower today, down to $25.46. I just went through a bunch of different charts to see the best level for this one. Coming up with a few different areas, nothing all that specific. There will be a play in here, though, at some point. So we'll just have to watch for that. The level I'm going to give you to look for, and again, this isn't the most specific level because it looks like the stock has support at $25.50. There's also going to be some more support on the stock from a big double bottom around $22. Maybe it's $21.90, but right around there. That's a big double bottom from the June 4th low, which was also a June 4th stock market low. So you're going to have to watch that. And after that, I would watch the $19.80 level. So I like that level a lot if it got down there, $19.87, $19.79, $19.79. I'm not sure that's going to happen. Probably could play the double bottom, which is going to be right around the $22 level or a small pierce of the $22 level. that would be okay as well. And prior to that, you're at support right now, which is basically around this 24.50 level. You can see it traded down there in the pre-market, but I would leave this level alone. Watch $19.80. That's going to be a good one. Also, more aggressive traders can look for a bounce around the $22 level. Okay, so let's keep that for Westport. Other than that, I don't really see all that much else out there. There are definitely more movers out there, but I'm just trying to give you the stocks that I see that are moving the most at the moment. Other than that, I really want to be a little bit cautious, see how this market really opens up today. I know it's getting a little bit of a lift at the moment with the dollar being weaker, but if the dollar comes off the lows, remember, the stock market should deflate again. So again, it's a dollar story. Dollar dictates everything in the market going forward, and I think that's something that most traders should remember. All right, everybody. With that said, have a great trading day. Welcome back, and we'll see you on the charts a little bit later. Take care, everyone.